Well, folks, my box from K&J Magnetics finally came in. Basically, I ordered some magnets for the hiawatha's motor about a month ago, and I ordered the wrong kind. So this time I put the people on the forum in charge of picking out what type of magnets I use. That way I could not screw this up a second time. So I finally ordered those and they came in. Nothing really too special on the box. It's a bit torn just because I took all the addresses and stuff off of it. Nothing too special. I do find this a little bit weird. I don't know what they're going on about there, but anyways. Are these them? What the heck? Well, I'd assume they're in this little piece of bubble wrap. Seems like an awful lot of packaging for not a lot of stuff, but whatever. Yeah, there the little devils are. Oh yeah, here's the company in case you want to get some new magnets for your engine's motor. I would say they're an okay company. They've got a lot of sizes, but beware of the shipping, because the default shipping, at least for me, would have cost $140, and the regular one already cost me $12, so it's a bit steep, but they produce pretty good products. Here are the magnets. These things are really, really strong. They're neodymium, which is the strongest type of earth magnet there is. By earth magnet, I mean they come from the earth. They're not electromagnets. So I'll get these in the hiawatha, and hopefully it will work a lot better, because right now it's completely screwed up from the last magnets I put in it. So we've got the new magnets in. The magnetic force on the armature is just crazy. I can barely turn this thing, which is a really good sign, because before I had them in there, it was very, very loose. That means there is a strong connection between the magnets and the armature. They don't fit completely properly, but I'm sure a few steel shims will fix that. But let's go test the motor, because I'm sure even without the shimming, just the strength of the neo magnets is probably enough to already make this thing work once again. Okay, so I have the controller set to 7.27 volts of power. Okay, moment of truth. Connect these bare leads directly to the track here. Whoops. Well, it definitely works. I just don't have a very good connection. But that's not the motor's fault. The motor clearly works, so I'm sure with some steel shims this thing is going to be very, very powerful. So I've gone ahead and manufactured some steel shims, and you're never going to guess where I got the steel from. Also, I did discover why the motor was sounding a bit weird. It was making that da-da-da-da, noise. It turned out this back plate, which, holds the armature in place, this was a bit loose, so it was chafing against the sides of the motor casing. Okay, so I have the motor now reinstalled, so all we have to do now is take out the brushes, put on the shell, reconnect the wires, put the brushings back in, and then take her for a test run. Okay, so the engine and tender have now been wired, so we can take it for a test run. Sparky, if you're watching this, no offense, but I really cannot pull a Sparky right now, moving this thing from here to the table. I'm just gonna pick it up by the sides here and start just gently sliding it over. Being very careful to grip the bottom. Well, I'd say that gag was worth about all 20 cents of plastic that I shoved into the shell. So here she is on the track. Moment of truth. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so second try. I made a bit of a mistake. I didn't tighten down the plate on top of the gear worm enough, so the gear worm was actually slipping on top of the main driving wheel, and that's why it moved a bit but didn't keep going. So now, hopefully, now that we have that tightened down, this thing will work. And nothing. Okay. I did obviously have to undo the electrical connection, so still nothing. Okay, let's just leave the power on and hopefully anything. Check to make sure we don't have any short circuits. No. Ah, haha. Okay, let's turn this down. Flip her back over to DCC. Yeah. Whoops. This wire is not cut to length, it just snagged. I'm going to pull that up and then we'll try again. Decided I'm just going to bring her back because I don't think the gear worm is properly lubricated. And obviously I don't want to run the motor too long with that being unlubricated because that's going to put a lot of extra strain. But we did get her working to an extent. Obviously there's no driving rods, but yeah, we'll fix that someday. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I'm really impressed with the results on this thing. However, I'd really like to lubricate the gear worm properly, so I want to ask you guys for advice. What type of lubricant should I put in this thing? Because honestly, I have no idea what this thing should be taking. It needs to be some kind of grease that's compatible with zinc and won't put too much strain on the motor. So if you guys could let me know down below or give me a link to Amazon or eBay or any site that sells grease that will be good in this thing, that would be awesome.